Oh, hi, friends. Welcome to Life of Brian. My name's Brian, and this is my life. We've had a little bit of an upgrade since last video. Somebody's in a frame. Yeah, I couldn't wait. I had to get him up on the wall. I did a little poster rearranging, which is not why I'm doing this video, but I may show it later on, or you may just have to wait and see it in the background of another video. Anyway, this is the subject of tonight's video, solo albums, solo art, because I do have, as I've shown before, Mr. Paul Stanley. We know that my heart's with this guy. But anyway, and I have Peter Chris's, which I don't have in a frame yet because I'm really not sure where I would hang it. Well, since we're doing this, you'll notice a difference. So before, I had the Dynasty poster lower and an unmasked poster above it. Well, I put the unmasked poster back with the record, and I framed the that one out of the Marvel Super Special. I love that poster. And of course, the Gibson ad was already framed. So yeah, that's my new. Sorry, trying to get. There we go. That's my new arrangement for the poster wall. And I got a little as after I framed Ace's solo poster, I got a little crafty because I got to thinking. I showed in a Instagram ad earlier. I showed that. Well, I'll do a little sneak peek. That the sell a 4-pack ad, which I've said from the get go, I just gave it away behind me. I'm so great at this. The solo albums, the artwork is my favorite of the band. The advertising is just as good, if not better, than the artwork. And so I got a little Susie Homemaker-ish and made this bad boy. You can see there's the ad over here is the bag. So that bag that's in the ad on the left is physically on the right there. This is from the back of a magazine. That one, the milestone, is the back of a Hulk comic book. And then as a space filler, those are from the inner sleeve of a Gene solo album that calm down. I found a cheap. When I say cheap, $4 cheap Gene solo album at a record store. The vinyl was scratched, big time scratched. I keep this in frame here. So I decided to get a little crafty. I paid $4. It didn't have a poster, didn't have the merch form, but it had the inner sleeve, which I would pay $4 just for an inner sleeve. And so yeah, it's double sided. The inner sleeve is, so I used one and cut those 4 photos out and put it in that frame. The backing, I don't know if you can, if it, you can kind of tell it's orange. So I went to Hobby Lobby here by me this past weekend, knowing I was going to do this. wasn't sure what I was going to put behind it. Really, I thought I was going to use a poster board because this is a standard 24 by 36 frame. Well, little did I know that actual poster board isn't that big. It's like 20 by 28 or 22 by 28 or something. So the poster board was out of the question. So I just started looking around and I see these rolls of it. I think they called it bulletin board paper. Like it's in a roll like wrapping paper, but they had different colors. And they had a black one. They called it the night sky. It was black with spots. Almost looked like Ace's pants from, well, right here. Where are they at? His pants here. So this night sky bulletin board paper was like that. I really wanted it. The whole roll, and not to mention it was like a 12-foot roll, which whatever. It was like $6 or $7. Well, this orange I noticed because it had a clearance sticker on it. It was only $1.50 for a 12-foot roll of this paper. So I love orange. I don't know if you know or have ever noticed that bulb in that lamp over there is a orange bulb. I love orange. So I figured, what the heck. So there we have it. That's my that's my latest project and I'm super proud of it. I kind of thought maybe I would do something glittery, but now that I have it done with the orange, I'm glad that I decided to go with that. It turned out better than I'd hoped. I love that so much. I'm trying to get you a good view without a glare. I just thought that was a perfect way to highlight the solo album stuff. And I'm sure there's probably other things out there, different ads from different magazines, but these were the main ones. That one, the coming in September, that's probably one of my favorite. It's probably one of my favorite ads. I love it. And then to have the completion below it, even though it's smaller, but it's from a comic book. I love it. I love it so much. That's that has turned into one of my favorite things on top of these other posters and obviously my favorite. So yeah, I just wanted to show that off. Wanted to share my idea and what came, started in as an idea, turned into reality. I'm super proud of it. There's other things that I have ideas for. I don't know if I'll make them all, you know, come true or not, but this one I was and am really proud of it. So I wanted to get it out, show you guys, and also want to see what you guys have done. Things, that you've made. That's I also have that. I had that done after the end of the road tour concert that I went to that has all that stuff at the bottom for the date, Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, Texas. Printed pictures out to put on there, just little things like that. And not that, hanging a poster is awesome. I love doing that too. And there's something to be said about just putting something on your wall, regardless of if it's in a frame or not. But if it's something that is of worth to you, regardless of if it's in a frame or not, if it's on your wall, then you obviously are proud of it and want to display it. So I'm all for displaying and anything and everything that you're proud of. Records, mirrors, posters, the sky's the limit. Defacing a defacing a record. Anyway, like I said, it was super cheap. I would spend $4 on an inner sleeve for the solo albums. So I was able to get a record with the jacket and all and everything. So it's all good. And there's more to come from that too, but I'm not revealing all of that yet. Anyway, just doing a quick video tonight. That's all I wanted to share. Want to see if you guys have crafted anything. I know I got some crafty friends. I want to see and hear about what you guys have done or what you're thinking of doing. Maybe even give me some ideas to do something to myself for myself. And I don't know any if any of you out there are like me and have a love of the solo albums like I do. But if so, let me know how you display your stuff. I'm in a studio apartment, so I'm very limited with wall space, and I think I've filled it up as much as I can. That's probably the only spot over there that doesn't have anything Kiss in it, and that's just because that's got a couple Halloween, like the horror franchise Halloween, and then Scott Pilgrim with a skateboard deck because it's Powell Peralta. My last name's Powell, for those of you that don't know. So that's why I have that up. But that's the one little spot of my apartment that doesn't have anything Kiss hanging up. The rest of it, as you can see, all Kiss. I still have a little space over here, but I don't want to get too carried away. I say I don't want to. I do want to, but I don't know if I will. Anyway, thank you guys so much for stopping by for this one. Again, let me know what you guys do, what you've hung, what you've made. I like to I like to swap ideas and maybe give me ideas for things and maybe hopefully maybe I've given you some ideas too. So, let's take them and run with them, guys. Let's see what we can do. Thanks again. Hope you all are having a great week. Tonight's Monday night, start of the week, but you know what? We're starting the week off awesome. So, till next time, happy hunting, y'all. Remember to have fun.